How's it going, my friends? On today's video, we are doing a virtual tour of one of the absolute coolest towns or cities, whatever you want to call it, in the Twin Cities metro area, and that is Stillwater, Minnesota. This one is gonna be a banger. Stick around. How's it going, my friends? My name is Jesse Lynch, and this YouTube channel is devoted to two things, one of which is teaching people about buying, selling, investing, and real estate, and the second of which is showing off the amazing place that I live, the Twin Cities of Minnesota. So if either of those two things appeal to you, do us both a favor, subscribe to this channel, click the little bell to get notified, say what's up in the comments, and while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up. Today's video truly is a treat. It is one of the best spots in all of Minnesota, one of my favorite towns in all of Minnesota, and that is Stillwater. And now, is Stillwater a suburb of the Twin Cities, or is it a town outside of the Twin Cities? I'll be honest, I'm not totally sure. I'm pretty sure it's a suburb, but whatever. We're not there yet. Let me show you around a little bit first. All right, y'all, right now I'm in downtown Stillwater on Main Street. And one of my favorite parts about Stillwater is that it has this beautiful, historic downtown area, specifically this Main Street area. And right over there is Water Street. Like most places in this world, Stillwater is defined by 4 boundaries. To the north is Browns Creek and the Browns Creek Trail. To the east is the Saint Croix River, which, by the way, is absolutely beautiful. To the south is Highway 36, and to the west is Manning Avenue North, sort of. Do y'all say never eat soggy Wheaties or never eat soggy waffles? I would truly like to know. Leave me a comment about that. Stillwater was incorporated in 1854, literally the same day as St. Paul. For some reason, I think that's super cool. The population of Stillwater is right around 20,000 people, give or take. And also, side note, I'm not exactly covering it in this video, but there's Stillwater and there's Stillwater Township. And Stillwater Township is basically just north of Stillwater. It's also absolutely beautiful, but it's basically all countryside and homes. But yeah, Stillwater proper has a population of right around 20,000 people. And I presume because it's one of the furthest east cities in Minnesota, that is why it got its nickname, the birthplace of Minnesota. And right behind me is Water Street. I basically just crossed over it. And right here is the Stillwater Lift Bridge, which is super famous for. If you come to Minnesota, you might hear of a brewery called the Lift Bridge Brewery. That's based here. And this whole area is absolutely beautiful. I think it's technically considered Lowell Park. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Stillwater might be the absolute #1 best place if you live in the Twin Cities for like a romantic date night. Okay, again, this is the legendary Stillwater lift bridge. It was built in 1931, and it used to be basically the only way for many, many miles to get from Wisconsin, right over there, to Minnesota, which is where I am right now. However, right behind me, it's hard to see. I understand that, but there is a new bridge, very beautiful bridge, and it's directly connected to Highway 36. So I suppose it is definitely a little more convenient than using this 90-year-old lift bridge. It's like 55 degrees out right now in November, which is actually really nice. It's like a heat wave we're dealing with, and it's awesome right now. But on like a cool summer night, there's really almost nowhere better to go. Come hang out with your friends or your spouse or whatever. I highly recommend it. And now I'm gonna show you around a little bit more. Okay, right now I am at the Saint Croix River public boat ramp, and technically I'm just north of the city of Stillwater, and I am now into the Stillwater Township. And the Stillwater Township is rapidly expanding. It used to basically just be like country outside of the city, but more and more people are buying up land and building really beautiful homes on it, or buying already built homes or old farm homes and, you know, turning them into these modern, absolutely beautiful homes. I really think that this Saint Croix River is one of the most beautiful parts of the state. My brother actually lives in a boat basically like half of the year, and it's all out here just because he loves it so much. But all right, what are some pros and cons of Stillwater/Stillwater Township? The first pro I'm gonna say is this beautiful nature, right? This is hard to beat. It's hard to beat in Minnesota, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to beat just about anywhere. Second, I'm gonna say that it basically has the cutest, most charming, historic downtown area of anywhere in Minnesota. Third is that it has beautiful homes, both the brand new builds, some of them are just gorgeous, and there's sort of a variety of, like, you know, new build sort of craftsman or farmhouse stuff, but then there's also the occasional modern house that just like blows my mind and probably has, you know, a view of something like this. Fourth is that by all accounts it is somewhat quieter than the big cities. It has all of the conveniences of the big cities, you know, except maybe jobs, but it is definitely quieter and kind of removed from the chaos of the city. Fifth is that it's a very family-friendly area. There's a lot of events and activities for people and kids and whatever to do, especially in the summer. And sixth, if you watch these videos, you probably know that I say this one a lot, but it's because it's important, and Stillwater specifically has excellent schools. Truly some of the best schools in Minnesota. So then what are the cons? It's kind of funny that it's called cons, because I'm gonna say that the first negative is the fact that there's a prison in Stillwater, or specifically Oak Park Heights, but cons, you know, convicts. Maybe that's not that funny. Back in the day when all of these cities were being established, way back in, you know, the 1800s or whatever, Minneapolis got the University of Minnesota, which is now the biggest university in all of Minnesota. St. Paul became the capital, and Stillwater got the prison. So, I mean, maybe not necessarily a win, but it definitely does sort of speak to the importance of Stillwater for you know, a slew of different reasons. The second con I'm gonna say is that it can be a little bit of a tourist trap. There's that main street area with all the shops and the, you know, the antique stores and bars and restaurants and stuff, and that can become sort of a destination from people. People like to venture to Stillwater and, you know, drive up here. Holy cow. I don't know if you can see this bird. There's a golden eagle, my friends. Whoa, those are so big. It was sitting right in that tree and I didn't even notice it. I feel stupid. I wish I got a better video of that. Cool. The third con is that it's growing really quickly, and you know, I guess maybe there's some fear that the original charm of the city is going away because people are buying up all the land, specifically this land in the township. People are buying it up, but the city is being smart about it, and they're putting limitations on like how big of a piece of land people can buy and what they can do with it, because they want Stillwater to remain beautiful. Okay, and the last con of Stillwater, I'm gonna say, is just that it's far from the city. You know, if you work in downtown Minneapolis or downtown St. Paul, it's a bit of a commute, and I would imagine, especially just because of the distance, that when it snows, if there's, you know, traffic because of the snow, that your commute from, say, downtown Minneapolis to Stillwater could take a very long time, like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I wish I had a boat so I could say, let's go for a sail or something like that, or a canoe ride, but I don't. So let's go for a ride. All right, friends, right now I am in a pretty decent example of what you might see in the Stillwater Township. It's beautiful, mature trees, rolling hills, farmland, and a combination of really beautiful historic farmhouses, more modest, just rural houses. And then behind me and right here as well are basically, you know, immaculate country mansions or something, right? Ranches, I guess, but they're beautiful houses. Right back here is a super good example of like actually a farm, you know? It might be a hobby farm, it doesn't look like a huge operation, but it is beautiful nonetheless. And like I said, in the pros and cons, the natural beauty of Stillwater is really, really what it's all about. You are considering a move to the Twin Cities. If you've watched my other videos, you know what I'm about to say, but you gotta hit me up any way you can. Call, text, email, leave me a message on my website, DM me on Instagram, DM me on Facebook. I hear from people every single day, and it is so exciting to me. Truly people from all over the world, not just the United States. And literally 2 days ago from when I'm shooting this, I closed on a house with my new friend Anthony. He bought a house in Minneapolis and he found me on YouTube. Super cool, and I'm so grateful to him and everybody else who's hit me up so far. And I promise, if you get a hold of me, you will not be sorry. I really am beginning to dial this thing in, where I think I have a better understanding of helping first-time home buyers and relocating people than just about anybody in the Twin Cities, if not the country. That's my goal. But really, just want to say thank you again for watching. Thanks for all the subscribers. And one final reminder, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get notified, give the video a thumbs up, say what's up in the comments. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye-bye.